Water Supply by Shivani Mehta. Some essential questions for water supply are: what is water supply? Where are water supplies located? What are different sources for our water supply? What is the Honolulu Board of Water Supply and what do they do? How is the water supply affecting us? How does the water get cleaned? What is in our water? How does water get to our house? How do natural disasters affect the water supply? And what does EPA do to protect our water? What is water supply? Water supply is a water system, a facility that provides a source of water. Where are water supplies located? We save water at different reservoirs. We have pumping stations in different communities to provide water to people. Water can be captured from the rain or from lakes, oceans, and streams, then filtered so it can be used for people. These pictures are pictures of reservoirs on Oahu, and this one is the Waimanalo Reservoir. What are different sources for our water? There are three main sources of water: rain, groundwater, and surface water. Surface water: rivers, tanks, ponds, oceans, streams, and lakes. Groundwater: shallow wells, deep wells, and springs. Rain is the prime source of all water. Part of the rain sinks into the ground to form groundwater. Part of it evaporates back into the atmosphere. Some run off into streams and rivers and ultimately the ocean. In Hawaii, our water comes from upland rainforests, which are the watersheds that feed underground water systems, which are tapped wells to provide the fresh water essential for all life. What is the Honolulu Board of Water Supply, and what do they do? The Honolulu Board of Water Supply is located on Oahu. They are responsible for regulating our water supply, billing customers, and they control the distribution of water throughout Hawaii. They also clean the water and test it for any harmful chemicals. Then it's purified so that it will contain no more contaminants and is suited to drink. How is the water supply affecting us? Climate change is affecting where, when, and how much water is available for people to use. Many parts of the world already have very little water, and climate change could make this problem worse. Rising temperatures, changing precipitation patterns, and increasing droughts will affect the amount of water in lakes, rivers, and streams, as well as the amount of water that seeps into the ground to replenish groundwater. Many places rely on snowmelt to fill the lakes, rivers, and streams that help keep drinking water reservoirs full and provide water to irrigate crops. For example, many parts of the western United States depend on water from the Colorado River, which is fed by melting snowpack in the Rocky Mountains. Less snowpack and earlier snowmelt will reduce the amount of water flowing into the Colorado and other rivers. How does the water get cleaned? In areas that depend on surface water, it is usually stored in a reservoir for several days in order to improve clarity and taste by allowing more oxygen from the air to dissolve into it and allowing suspended matter to settle out. The water is then pumped to a purification plant through pipelines, where it is treated, so that it will meet government treatment standards. Usually the water runs through sand filters first, and sometimes through activated charcoal, before it is disinfected. Disinfection can be done by bacteria or by means of adding substances to remove contaminants from the water. The number of purification steps that are taken depend on the quality of the water that enters the purification plant. What is in our water? Drinking water, like every other substance, contains small amounts of bacteria. Most of these bacteria are common ones and they are generally not harmful. Chlorine is usually added to drinking water to prevent bacterial growth while the water streams through pipelines. This is why drinking water also contains minimal amounts of chlorine. Water mostly consists of minerals and other inorganic compounds such as calcium. How does water get to our house? Our water starts off at the Honolulu Board of Water Supply, where it is cleaned and distributed to different pumping stations. There are different pumping stations located near your community. That is where water is stored and pumped to your house. How do natural disasters affect water supply? Many areas of the United States, especially the West, currently face water supply issues. The amount of water available in these areas is already limited, and demand will continue to rise as population grows. The West has experienced less rain over the past 50 years, as well as increases in the severity and length of droughts. This has been especially a concern in the Southwest. What does EPA do to protect our house? EPA stands for Environmental Protection Agency. The states do much of the work to make sure that your drinking water is safe, but EPA works with them to help out. EPA does other things to protect the water, like helping farmers stop pesticides and fertilizers from getting into lakes, streams, rivers, and groundwater. We help people protect the land around the wells to make sure that nothing happens on the ground that might pollute the groundwater under it that they will drink. Conclusion. Water sources are important to both society and ecosystems. We depend on a reliable, clean supply of drinking water to sustain our health. We also need water for agriculture, energy production, navigation, recreation, and manufacturing. Our water supply is a great help to everybody. Thank you for watching.